#1 hit music station. I'm your boy Cortez, and on the ones and twos is my partner DJ Fern, taking you home for the 5 o'clock bump in the trunk mix. Now Central Coast, I got a special guest in the house. This homie has lived it up right here in the 805. My homeboy Roscoe Umali.
Yeah.
How you been, man?
Man, living life, man.
Oh man, you know what? It's been a while since we've seen each other. Since what, the Crazy Horse?
Yeah, it's been too long, man.
So how's everything going for you, man?
Man, things are great, man. You know, Living Up was a great record for us. Still eating off that, Cortez, man. We doing good off that, but we got a brand new record out right now. It's doing a good job. So, you know, we on the run again, part 2.
Okay, all right. You want to tell us a little bit about that record?
Yeah, this new record we got out right now is called Never Fallen. It's produced by my man Fingers. Y'all familiar with him out here?
Yeah, of course.
It's featuring One Block Radius and my man First Place from the Federation. So it's an all-star lineup again, and you know, since the summer's here, we felt like hitting them with a feel-good record, man.
All right. So how did that whole situation evolve with you guys? I mean, how did you guys get started with that? I mean, even with you hooking up with E40, I mean, just right from the gate, I mean, that was a big surprise, and I mean, that record had a very big impact on you.
Yeah.
So how did that evolve with that record?
Well, I mean, like, you know, the E40 record was a blessing, man. You know, we were fortunate enough to work with him. He's a legend. Fortunate enough to work with Bobby Valentino. I mean, that was great. This time around, we were like, man, let's reach out to who's doing it. So, you know, the sample that I have on this record, it's a real familiar sample. It's an old school 80s record called The Bizarre Love Triangle by New Order. And I grew up on that record, man. And I always told myself one day if I had the chance, I wanted to redo that record, but I could never find a producer to really get it done for me, you know, really execute my vision. So then I hooked up with Fingers. You know, we was working together. He's a hit maker, and you know, I gave him the idea and the concept, and he knocked it out right then and there. So you know, shout out to my man Fingers. He put it together. He really executed my game plan, and you know, it made magic. And the record's here.
All right, well, go ahead and introduce the record, man.
Well, check it out, man. You're live in the mix. This record right here is Never Fallen by your boy Roscoe Umali, featuring my man Marty James from One Block Radius in First Place. Let's go!
DJ Fern, let's go ahead and drop that right here on 95.7 The Beat.
Yeah.
Along with me, I got special guest in the house. My homeboy Roscoe Umali.
Man.
Oh man, dude. So it's been a while that we hang out, you know, and you know, it's kind of funny that you actually just slide right through, you know what I'm saying?
I gotta do it, man.
So,
show love to the
how's
fam.
everything been going, man? I mean, talk about the shows, man. Let's talk about the shows.
Woo! The show game has been crazy, man. I'm like the hardest working man in show business last year. You know, Live It Up was so big. We toured all over the place, man. You know, and the fans just show so much love for it. So the show game has been cracking. You know what I'm saying? And so we want to get it cracking once again, man, because it's nothing like touching the fans and really interacting with them when you got a live performance.
Exactly. And you know, the funny thing is when you did the show out here and even out there at Crazy Horse when I hung out with you, man, like just watching everybody's expressions, and as soon as they hear that first little beat, their hands go up in the air and start throwing up the dubs, and I'm just like, oh man. Like, seriously, I think this is going to be one of those records that's going to be a West Coast classic, you know what I mean?
Yeah, real tough.
And the funny thing is that you're holding it down for the Filipinos, the Asians, you know what I'm saying?
Gotta do it.
So, I mean, how do people look at you differently, man? I mean, I'm certain that they always look at you differently, man.
I mean, you know, they just, obviously they're going to look at it differently, but, you know, the music speaks for itself.
Exactly.
When they hear the music and when they hear the vibe and they get to know me as an artist, I mean, it doesn't matter at that point. They're just going to vibe to it. And I think we've proven that with the record. You know
Exactly. So, I mean, what's going to be in the future for you, man?
Well, man, I'm just pushing the project. You know what I'm saying? We got the new album coming out, Genuine Article, sometime in February. So, you know, you're not just going to vibe to the singles. You're going to get a chance to really get to know me with the album. Obviously, we still got the shoes cracking. The Umali Vlado still cracking. You know what I'm saying? And check me out. I'm the MySpace featured artist today on MySpace for the whole week. So check me out on MySpace. Check me on the Twitter. You know, I've gone digital, man. So I'm all over the net. You can find me anytime. Hit me on the Twitter.
All right. Well, you've been hanging out with us for just a bit, right?
Oh, yeah, man.
All right. Well, DJ Fern, let's get back into the mix right here on 95.7. It's The Beat.
Yeah.
All right, man. So we've been talking about, you know, the new album. Okay. So the album's going to be dropping when, once again?
The album's going to be dropping in February.
Okay. Yep. So are you still an independent artist, man? Because I haven't heard anything about you being signed yet, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, they've come and they've and we're not really tripping on that. I think that today's the day of the age of you know, the independent artists and the internet and getting it out to the people. And
it's a lot more easier.
It's a lot easier, you know what I'm saying? So you're no longer at the mercy of a label, and you don't have to stay in line. Like, I don't like staying in line behind anybody. I feel like I go in the studio, it's hot, I want to put it up right away. Exactly. And I want to have the freedom to do that. So, you know, as an independent artist, we've been fortunate enough to where, you know, we had a hit record and, you know, built a fan base, and now we just, you know, continue to nurture that fan base.
So, they can pick up the album on iTunes as well, right?
Absolutely. You can pick it up digitally on iTunes. You know, you have it on Amazon. We might do a little physical distribution, but ain't nobody copying CDs these days.
You know what? And that's a funny thing, man. Like, you know, when tapes and CDs were in back in the day, it was on and cracking. I mean, you had to really be on your grind. But nowadays, everything's so digital with iPods.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you get access to it whenever you want.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, these days, you can't really judge an artist by the CD sales, per se. You know, I know Mano just dropped the other day. Shout out to my man Mano. He did 180,000 in the first week. And you got people looking down on that like, oh man, that ain't platinum or this or that. But I really think that you got to take that with a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because like I said, an artist buzz ain't just built off of records, the CD sales per se. There's the internet, there's downloads.
Yeah.
Artist popularity and their music, you know what I'm saying? It can't really just be judged by CD sales.
Exactly. Oh man, so you know, you had the hit record, Live It Up. You know, you're coming out with your new single. Let's go ahead and talk about the single again. The new single's called?
The new single's called Never Fall.
Okay, and it's featuring?
It's featuring One Block Radius and First Place.
Okay, all right. So how'd you connect with the dudes from Federation and One Block Radius, man?
Well, I mean, we all managed by the same dude, Big Swab, you know what I mean? So I've been doing records with the Federation. They're like the extended family up in the Bay, you know what I'm saying? So anytime they're in LA, it's all love. Anytime I'm up there, it's all love. So we decided, why not put it together, man?
Okay, all right. And this whole album that you're putting together right now, man, I mean, how long has it actually taken for you to actually put it together? Because I know you've been working on this for quite some time already.
Right. I mean, like I said, I'm always recording records, man. I'm always in the studio getting it in, recording, collaborating, and you know, this record right here means something to me because it's really a collection of our best work. Think if you had like 300 records. You know, out of 300 records, you're gonna have some hits in there. And we're very selective in picking the best ones, man. So we got some good ones for you.
You know what's funny, man? Now that you say that, you kind of sound like Dr. Dre, man.
Yeah, I feel like Dre, man.
You know what I mean? Like this dude, I know he records like 300 records, and like 10 of them, like, all right. You know what I mean? To him, it's gonna be like, oh, it's not good enough. You know what I mean?
Right, man.
So I mean, with recording that many records, man, I mean, how do you know how to pick and choose?
Well, I mean, like I said, I never leave it to myself. You know, I have a really great team, and I'm never afraid to get it out to the tastemakers, and I'm fortunate enough to be down with a lot of DJs that'll tell me straight up, like, yo, Sko, this is gonna work, this ain't gonna work, and you know what I mean? So it's not just me saying it, but you know, I have my favorites. I have my favorite records that I put on there, and those go in, and the other ones I set it out to my team and the public to decide.
Okay, all right. And the album's gonna be dropping once again?
Once again, it's gonna be in February.
All right, and go ahead and give them the MySpace, the Twitter, the Facebook, give them the whole 9 yards, man.
All you gotta do is come check me out on twitter.com/Roscoe Umali. You can hit me on myspace.com/Roscoe or Facebook, Roscoe Umali, man. I'm all over the place, baby. I got my BlackBerry game popping. You can hit me. Especially you ladies.
And don't forget the shoes, man. Let them know about the shoes, man.
Make sure you cop them shoes, man. The Roscoe Umalis, Vlado Footwear, shout out to them. They made the Umalis, they the best sellers, so make sure you cop those as well.
All right, Roscoe, well, thank you for hanging out with us, man. And I know we're going to see you very soon out here, once again, at the 805.
You already know, man. 805 got love for me.
DJ Fern, let's get right back into the mix right here on 95.7.